The Puritans came from Europe to escape persecution. It's the story of how religion carved our first states.
In the founding of the American colonies, religion was absolutely critical. It was one of the things that drove people out of.
The Puritans came from Europe to escape persecution. It's the story of how religion carved our first states.
In the founding of the American colonies, religion was absolutely critical. It was one of the things that drove people out of England across the wide, cold ocean to North America.
Back then, Massachusetts looked like this. It stretched clear across New England. Its story begins with the Pilgrims. Or was it the Puritans? I can never keep those two straight.
The difference between a Pilgrim and a Puritan is what?
They're both coming from England to get away from the Church of England. They're coming here for religious freedoms.
The Pilgrims were the people, the Puritans were how they lived.
Okay.
Right?
Well,
They're both Protestants. Pilgrims want to be known as separatists. We are separating from the church. Puritans want to purify it from within, make it a better church.
I know there was a big rock involved. I think the rock is where the transition happened.
So how did Massachusetts break into pieces? 1620, the Pilgrims land at Plymouth Rock. 9 years later, the Puritans arrive at Salem. The two groups merge and spread across New England. But it's not long before they start bickering. Their faith fractures, and the cracks are what carved today's state lines.
So one thing we can see in looking at these boundaries in New England is that religious convictions played a very strong role in where they're actually located.
One rebel, Roger Williams, leads his followers to form an even purer settlement of Puritans.
He was so Puritan, he was too Puritan for the Puritans in Massachusetts, and they kicked him out. He came up with this conclusion that people should be able to practice whatever religion.
This new group settles on an island that would give the future state its name, Rhode Island. So this is where true religious freedom in America was first established. The bickering Puritans end up splitting into 4 colonies. But Massachusetts holds on to Maine until 1820. And that's how religion shaped the states of New England.